Since lockdown lifted and doors reopened 4 weeks ago, kids aged 8 to 18 have been coming here for a kickabout with friends, a game of ping pong, and crucially, for this.
It made my additional needs worse, and then it made, on top of that, the anxiety as well.
The centre has now become a place where kids can open up and begin to heal, with mentoring and mindfulness sessions. A response to what staff here are calling a mental health crisis among young people. This is reflected in the latest UK government data, which suggests that 1 in 6 children may now be suffering a diagnosable mental health issue, up about 50% since 2017.
What did you experience during lockdown that you hadn't experienced before?
Created just this grey cloud over my entire life.
For many here, that cloud never cleared. There were pressures of virtual learning and a digital divide.
I used to have the best grades.
Anxieties about contracting or passing on the virus, loneliness and isolation. Outside of this group, doctors told us they've heard stories of chaotic home lives, with some young people experiencing neglect, overcrowding and domestic abuse.
How many of you have seen your parents break down in tears? I'm with you.
There has been a really marked increase, especially in Colindale, of new households living below the poverty line, often, and it must be as an impact from the pandemic, people losing their jobs, people not being able to sustain housing. So yeah, it's definitely getting worse.
And multi-million-dollar private outposts like this are few and far between. Charities and sector workers warn of an under-resourced and oversubscribed support network where children face a stark reality: get worse or don't get seen.
We're seeing double the amount, triple the amount of children we used to pre-COVID being admitted, and they're with a variety of self-harm. So that's children drawing attention to the fact that they've got a concern, they've got a worry, and that's their way of expressing that, and also with eating disorders.
17-year-old Isha tells me she faced physical and emotional pain as her health declined during lockdown.
When I ate certain foods, or when I ate every meal, my stomach would hurt for about an hour and a bit afterwards. And then not going to the toilet for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And obviously I was really bloated, and then I looked at my body in different ways, like, oh, am I putting on weight? Why am I not going to the toilet? Is there something wrong?
And you never had any of this before COVID?
No. Before COVID, I'd ask anyone, I could not care less. I was a foodie, I loved my food.
Behind it, she says, anxiety, loneliness and a constant presence of social media. Together, it became a toxic combination.
Why were you worried about your image?
Because you're at home, you're not moving about, and you're looking in the mirror every day thinking, am I putting on weight?
Lockdown loneliness has turned children into the collateral damage of this pandemic. Now it's no longer a question of if, but how this pandemic will shape a generation. Isa Suarez, CNN, London.